I am speaking to you right now because your heart has been full of noise all this past week. It has been restless, jumping from one thought to another, like a radio that can't find a clear station. But deep down, your heart has known my voice since the very first day you came into this world, when you took that initial breath of life. It recognizes me, even if you've been too busy to notice lately. I am reaching out to you today because you've been walking through life under thick, heavy clouds. You've gotten used to them, calling them just a normal part of your days. You've trained your eyes to see in the dim, shadowy hallways, accepting them as your reality. But you were created for something brighter, for the open, sunny courtyards where morning light floods in and warms everything it touches. You weren't meant to stay in the dark. You were made to step into the light. I am speaking because this day is different from all the others. It's special, set aside just for this moment. Today, on the 5th of October, that bell you've been putting off, the one that's been quietly waiting in the back of your mind, is finally ringing loud and clear. There's a countdown happening, with only 45 minutes left. It's not a timer you set yourself. It's one that's always been under my care, ticking away with purpose. Please, listen to me carefully. I'm not here to scare you or make you feel afraid. My goal is simply to wake you up, to shake you gently from the sleep you've fallen into. Every single time you've ignored that little nudge inside you, every time you've scrolled past a quiet whisper that tried to get your attention, every time you've pushed away that pull in your chest, you've been teaching your soul to confuse my voice with just a passing breeze. Don't let that happen again. Don't do it one more time. Don't cause pain to your own heart by turning away from the very hand that shaped it, that formed it with love. Don't damage the close bond we share by telling yourself you'll deal with it later. Later is a tricky word. It sneaks in and robs more dreams and futures than any big storm ever could. It steals time and opportunities that were meant for you. I am right here with you in this very moment. I'm not distant or far off in some other place. I'm as close as the air you're breathing right now as you read these words. You've asked me for signs before, and I've sent them to you in ways that are small and simple, easy to overlook if you're not paying attention. Think about that phone call that came exactly when you finished your prayer, right on time. Or that light, feather-like touch on your shoulders when no one was around. Even that dream you had, the one you brushed off because it seemed too perfect, too on purpose. Those weren't accidents. I even sent Archangel Michael to deliver a message with a kind of urgency you haven't let yourself feel yet. He's been watching over you, standing guard at the entrance to your life for much longer than you realize. He's faced down every dark corner where fear tried to gather, drawing a firm line that no evil plans could cross. It's Michael who's been repeating those words you've kept hearing in your mind. Open this. Pay attention. Don't skip it. He's not mad at you. He's fighting hard for you, being relentless in protecting what's yours. He's not losing patience with you. He's just following my instructions perfectly. When I tell him to go to my child, you, he moves without delay. And when I say to sound the alarm, he doesn't hold back or whisper softly. You've thought that all the struggles around you are just your own mistakes, or the results of things you've done, or just bad luck from your situation. But you haven't seen the full picture of how much you've been chased after with love, how pursued you've been by my care. If you could look back through the foggy paths of this past year, you'd spot my fingerprints on all those close calls where you barely escaped trouble. You'd see Michael's sword blocking the door when shame tried to sneak in with a fake key. You'd notice how I guided your steps on a day you thought was just running late, turning what could have been harm into safety. You might call those things coincidences because that word feels safe and easy, but I call them part of our covenant, a promise between us that's real and unbreakable. A covenant means I don't leave you to figure everything out with just your own limited understanding. It means I don't keep score of how many times you've ignored me or skipped my calls as reasons to turn away. It means I'll pull you back from the edges you've wandered to, whether by accident or out of old habits, and I'll still call you my beloved and say, rise up. There are special moments that change everything, seconds that carry the weight of whole years, and you're standing in one right now. With 45 minutes left, each one of those minutes is full and open. Each is filled with mercy, like a gift waiting to be unwrapped. Each minute is like a door you can walk through. Don't waste them going over your regrets again and again. Regret just builds big, empty statues in a dry desert and then makes you stay there, trapped. Instead, use this time to move forward. Shift your focus from what went wrong in the past to who's right here with you now, me. Turn your thoughts from what other people said about you to what I'm saying to you in this moment. If your feet are stuck in small, cramped rooms that don't fit the person you're growing into, start moving them toward bigger spaces. Something unexpected is coming your way, and it's not a punishment or a mean trick. It's a positive change, a turning point in your story. You asked for change, and now the answer is speeding toward you, faster than you might expect. But to receive it, you have to open up right now. Open your hands that have been holding on so tight. Open your plans that you've mapped out so carefully. Open your stubborn ideas about when things should happen. Let go of those secret grudges you've been carrying. Release your need for perfect control over everything. Do it without waiting any longer. This isn't a scary threat. It's a rescue, a way to pull you out of trouble and into freedom. Do you remember the very first time you truly felt my presence? Not the time someone told you about me, or when you tried hard to follow rules to please me, but that quiet moment when something deep inside you knew I was near, and you got still out of pure wonder and awe. That feeling is closer than the light switch on your wall. It's right there if you reach for it. But lately, you've been going through your days as if being aware of me is something extra, a luxury you can't afford because life is too busy. You've convinced yourself that staying alert to my voice would slow you down, that showing reverence would make you late for things, that really listening would leave you behind everyone else. But there's a special kind of speed in living a holy life, one that your schedule can't track or measure. When you listen to me, you end up in places you never even knew existed, wonderful spots full of surprises. When you pay attention to my guidance, your hours stretch out to fit all the tasks you were worried about. When you follow what I say, doors open up just as you arrive, working with you instead of against you. You've been working against your own good without realizing it. Take a pause right now and really hear me. I'm reaching out to you today, not because I was gone yesterday, but because today your yes to me can knock down 10 walls all at once. Today, saying yes can break a chain that has held back 4 generations of your family without them even noticing it. Today, your yes can change the ending of a story that your enemies thought they had already written and sealed. I don't judge you harshly for the times you've ignored me. I'm sad about how ignoring me has hurt you more than anything. Every time you put off our talk, a bit more dust settled in the places where you should have clear sight. Every time you said you'd pray after just one more thing, that one thing turned into many, and you ended up going to bed with your soul feeling empty and hungry. But even while you slept, I was singing over you, watching over you where you couldn't watch yourself. Michael stood guard in those narrow spots where danger tried to close in, turning away arrows aimed at you that you never even saw coming. He's here again, and his voice is strong because the time is short and precious. These 45 minutes aren't a curse or a bad thing. They're a countdown to real relief, to freedom from what's been weighing you down. Don't be scared of the number. Instead, wake up to the kindness and mercy packed inside it. You might worry that if you open up to me, you'll lose something you've promised yourself to keep. A boundary that's really just a wall keeping good things out. A grudge that's become part of who you think you are. A plan that's turned into pride because you've held on to it so long. You fear that listening to me will send you to a whole new place you won't recognize, somewhere unfamiliar and strange. But hear this clearly. I'm not tearing you apart or dismantling who you are. I'm unveiling the real you, revealing the beauty I've placed inside. I'm not telling you to drop what's truly precious to you. I'm inviting you to set aside what's fake, what's not real or helpful. Your future doesn't need fake supports or props to stand. It needs fresh breath, new life from me. Your calling, the purpose I gave you, doesn't need costumes or disguises. It needs clear vision and honesty. This turning point that's coming will seem quick and sudden from the outside, but it's been getting ready in the quiet parts of your soul for months now. The reason it feels unexpected is because you've kept putting off the moment to welcome it in. So, welcome it right now. Open your door to whatever comes with my name attached to it, knowing it's good. Don't mix up hesitation with wise thinking. Hesitation comes from fear dressing up as something smart. Real discernment is the calm, brave way of those who spend time with me regularly. You've gotten good at hesitating. Now it's time to practice discernment. Ask me straight out. Is this for me? Watch how peace fills your chest when the answer is yes, and how it stays still and quiet when it's no. You don't have to guess or wonder when you can just ask me directly. You don't need to scratch and push at doors that are locked tight when I'm ready to give you the keys myself. You don't have to beg for scraps from tables where I haven't placed you. I've prepared a special table just for you, with your name carved right into the wood. Your spot that doesn't depend on someone else leaving theirs. It depends on you being willing to sit down, to receive what's offered, to bless others, and to grow into who you're meant to be. Lately, you've been tested in 3 main areas: trust, timing, and truth. In trust, you've made real progress, even if you haven't given yourself credit for it. You kept going forward when the path ahead was blurry and unclear. You kept planting seeds when the ground seemed unwilling to give back. You kept praying even when the answers took a long, winding road to reach you. I saw every bit of that, and I counted those small acts of obedience as something beautiful and valuable. In timing, you've sometimes pulled at fruit before it was ripe and sweet, then got upset with a tree for following its natural season. Today, I'm showing you the difference between a real delay and something that's just ripening properly. A delay is like neglect, leaving things to wither. Ripening is care, letting things develop fully. What I'm bringing to you isn't late at all. It's perfectly finished and ready. In truth, you've been brave in speaking honestly to others, but when it comes to yourself, you've only told half the story. You've left out the parts that would mean forgiving yourself the same way I've already forgiven you. It's time to speak full truth to your own heart. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are not just your disappointments or your delays. You belong to me, and what belongs to me I don't throw away. I restore it, make it new again. There's someone you love who's now in heaven, leaning over the edge of glory and smiling every time your name comes up. You might wonder if they can see you, if they know what's happening in your life, if they're allowed to care about your everyday moments. Let me assure you, they are safe with me, and that safety isn't about being far away. It's a different kind of closeness, an intimate one that doesn't end. The love you shared wasn't meant to stop. It was designed to change form, like putting on a new outfit. On those days when the air feels thin and your chest tight like paper, it's not just your imagination when comfort comes. I send that comfort as real as falling rain, and sometimes I add their familiar scent so you'll know it's tender and meant for you. Let the memories that used to hurt now give you permission to hope again. Hope isn't ignoring your grief. It's grief with a light shining through it. The one you miss isn't missing you in a sad, longing way. They're cheering for you in a heavenly language that never gets tired. When you suddenly feel brave enough to take one more step, accept it as my voice mixed with their encouragement, a beautiful harmony from heaven saying, "Keep going." What's coming in these 45 minutes is like an unfolding flower, and it'll seem like a surprise because surprises can slip past your doubts easier than anything else. Support us by sending a super thanks from $20 to $100. Folded Hands Sparkles. Your support helps Archangel Protection continue creating valuable content. You'll notice it in a conversation that was stuck, but suddenly shifts. You'll see it in a door that wouldn't move before, but now swings open as if it was waiting for you. You'll feel it in your body, like finally letting out a long-held breath after crossing a hallway. A message will come, something ordinary-looking but with perfect timing, and you'll know because peace will show up right alongside it, like an old friend who always knocks before entering. Don't talk yourself out of what you specifically asked me to do. I'm not tricking you with false hope. I'm teaching you how to live with real hope every day. Be mindful of how you talk about yourself in this time. Words are powerful. They shape the spaces you live in, like building frames for a house. If you link your name to failure, you create a home where success feels like it doesn't belong. If you make disappointment part of your identity, joy has to ask to come in. Make sure your words line up with how I speak about you. I call you chosen, gathered together, built strong like a city with foundations that can't be shaken. I call you forgiven, not as an idea, but as a final decision from the highest place. I call you sent out, not pushed into the cold, but carried on the wind. When you're tempted to define yourself by what went wrong, stop and use my words instead. It's not fake praise. It's getting in line with truth. You fear unexpected things because they've hurt you in the past. But the unexpected I'm sending isn't a cruel surprise from chaos. It's a loving interruption meant to help. Chaos crashes in and leaves everything messed up. Love comes in and rearranges with care and purpose. Chaos rips pages out of your book. Love turns to a new chapter. The sudden change you've been dreading won't take you away from who you are. It will pull you out of the hiding spots where you've been dimming your own light. When that moment arrives, and it will soon, hold on to this. I'm not coming to shame you or expose you. I'm coming to reveal you for the good work you're meant to do. The gift I put inside you has grown too big for the drawer you've kept shoving it back into. The calling I gave you has been knocking from within your own chest, like your bones are ringing a bell. Listen to that ring and respond. Forgiveness is key in these minutes, not the kind that waits for someone to say sorry first to feel real. It's the kind that sees forgiveness as freeing yourself from paying ongoing costs for someone else's error. You've tied your peace to a past moment that can't be changed. Untie it now. If you need to, say it out loud in your room. I release them from my judgment because God judges my days with mercy. This doesn't erase what happened. It frees your future. Michael will be right there with you as you do this. Quiet at first, then strong, and you'll feel the space around you grow bigger. When you forgive, your heart gets room where it was squeezed tight. When you bless those who couldn't love you properly, your ability to receive good love grows. This isn't just a feel-good trick. It's a rule of my kingdom that guides you better than anger or outrage ever could. I'm also taking care of the everyday practical stuff you think is too minor for prayer or too big for luck. Things like your bank account that needs filling, the email that needs a positive response, the home that needs better protection, your body that needs gentle care, your mind that needs a break from constant worry. None of these are separate from spiritual matters. I don't split your life into holy parts and ordinary ones. I'm just as present in the details of your finances as I am in your big visions, as involved in your rest as in your breakthroughs. Call out to me in those small areas. Watch how ordinary things start weaving in solutions that come at exactly the right time. I'll place wisdom where you can easily find it, like bread left out on the counter. I'll put your name in the thoughts of someone who can help you. Don't decide what I care about. I'm interested in you, so I'm interested in everything that touches your life. You've often thought in terms of either/or, either spiritual or successful, either kind or protected, either gentle or strong. Today, I'm ending that limiting way of thinking. You can be both. And more. When you're with me, you're strategic and surrendered, bold yet careful, generous and wise, steady and ready for adventure. Watch how this unexpected change proves it. A task you thought would force you to change who you are will instead show that you already have what's needed, hidden under layers of caution you borrowed from others. Peel away that extra caution. Give me your fear of being too much. I didn't make you to hold back on your purpose. Being modest in spirit is good, but starving your calling isn't. Do you remember that room you dream of entering, where your name is on a list you haven't seen yet? Or the phone call you wish for, bringing an opportunity that feels like home? The street you'd love to live on, the work that excites you, the version of yourself when no one's judging? Keep those in mind. Remembering them is like practicing for when they arrive. Talk to me about these as if they're possible, because with me, they are. I've been setting them up like a conductor bringing music out of silence. You won't make them happen by stressing or forcing. You'll receive them by staying open, with clean hands and a ready heart. Willingness isn't just a feeling. It's a choice you make minute by minute. That's how real change happens. Lots of small, faithful moments adding up, noticed by heaven, turning into something big you can see. If you're wondering what to do in these last minutes, here's a simple plan. Breathe, bless, break, build. Breathe deeply because your body needs to feel safe with me. Bless things because words spread like birds dropping seeds, and I want your life full of growth. Break old agreements with fear. Snap them like dry bread. Build by taking faith and putting it into action. Pick one small thing to do. Send that message you've been delaying. Clear out a cluttered spot in your room. Write the honest paragraph that's scary. Pray 5 real sentences instead of fancy ones. Forgive that person whose name keeps popping up. Do one thing, and I'll meet you with more strength than you knew you had. You worry about missing your destiny, but it's not like a bus that comes once and leaves forever. Destiny is like a loving driver who adjusts the route for you. The schedules are kinder than you think. I am kinder. I don't punish you for waking up late. I celebrate it. Heaven gets excited when you choose me over the noise. The angels don't sigh at your delayed yes. They jump in to help. Michael isn't timing you to criticize. He's marking the moment with joy. There'll be a test soon, an old habit inviting you back. It'll seem normal and safe. But your peace will pause. Don't ignore that. It's discernment, not fear. Choose differently, and it'll remove a barrier. The unexpected will come like a sunrise, quietly changing everything. You won't have to perform to keep it. Just stay honest. Honesty is light and freeing. You've felt behind, but behind what? The only timeline is the one I wrote for you with love, using detours as shortcuts. Lift your head. Feel me gently raising it. Let your eyes meet mine, dropping all the loud lies. You are loved, chosen, seen in every detail. You can't hide from my care, outrun my patience, or sin beyond my mercy. Today isn't when I quit on you. It's when I give you back to yourself. 45 minutes left, and love isn't late. It's a horizon coming closer. If you cry, let tears water your promises. If you sit, do it like preparing to run. Speak words that match the future I'm giving. Don't predict disaster when deliverance is here. Be present. Miracles grow there without effort. Notice and bless 3 overlooked things in your life. Bless 3 people in prayer. Bless yourself. I can thrive, enjoy God's gifts, expand safely. Expansion is obedience to how I made you. Hold this. You won't miss what's mine when you choose my voice. The world shouts now as a threat. I say it as a gift. Let my kindness pull you from lesser pulls. When the unexpected knocks, answer as your true self, with buried laughter, hidden clarity, faithful boundaries, rationed creativity. You won't run out. I'm the source that multiplies. Make room. Favor is coming with friends. If shame tries to crash, invite me in. It flees. Get back to listening, building, living as one whose name I speak truthfully. 45 minutes left. Not doom, but arrival. Not emptiness, but presence. I'm here, reaching. Open now, gently, with expectation for a God who renews everything. Something unexpected will happen suddenly, and you'll remember this with a smile. This time I didn't skip. I am speaking to you now because the time is soft and fragile, like a thin sheet of glass, and there's an open window over your life, like a curtain fluttering in a breeze. Today, on October 5th, the urgent call has sounded over you, and the clock cares about you deeply. Archangel Michael says 45 minutes remain to honor what you've whispered to me in quiet nights and tears. I've tried reaching you, but you've skipped nudges, ignored whispers, delayed stirrings, buried aches, promising later. Don't hurt your heart by skipping healing. Something unexpected is coming suddenly. Not chaos, but my arranged door that opens when you step. Open now. You're not here by chance. It's my purpose. I've seen your hidden kindnesses, costly restraints, folded dreams, hopeful bargains. I haven't been late. I've lined your path, turning delays into protections, silences into strong words, emptiness into space for pouring. Hear me. A shift is at your door, like a familiar traveler. It has a key, awaiting your yes, a posture, an open heart. History taught you to clench. Release is freedom, air for your future. Your tears weren't wasted. They're seeds in fertile soil. The unexpected will bloom with authority, beyond your making. Gratitude will guard it. I'm not punishing skips. I'm saving you from the habit. Urgency here means alignment. Remember almost yes moments that faded? That wasn't peace but disguised fear. Choose staying peace today. Michael fortifies you, understanding your value. 45 minutes is a signal in a narrow path. Carry only essentials. Set down explanations, mapped fears, undeserving stories. Step light. What to do? Simple obediences. Forgive debts, answer messages, make calls, clear spaces, delete old talks, write plans, pray aloud. These levers lift levels. Become who you are without sorry. Your gifts are tools. Gentleness is strength. Details are accuracy. Don't despise your design for larger roles. A hidden ache from loss. Bring it to light. Faith uses pain for purpose, turning grief to oil for smooth decisions. Honor loss by loving without losing yourself. You won't be punished for joy. The unexpected arrives like a doorbell in routine. Pay to interruptions, overheard words, delays. Coincidences are providence. Know by deeper breath. Don't doubt worth. Obedience is key. You're not late. Maturity fits now. Growth's fruit feeds without games. I speak to fear. Survival taught wrong lessons. Speed over stillness, suspicion over discernment, scarcity over care. I'm retraining your soul's rhythm. Stability isn't boring. It's building ground. Your sign. Next door needs real you, fitting ease, grace matching assignment. Forgive misunderstanders. Release their voices. Be faithful with clean heart, not scar-free, but not weaponizing scars. Watch accelerations. Connections, resources, conversations, deeper sleep. You're sent, not hoping. Doors recognize you. Info comes through unlikely sources. Act quick. Clarity grows walking. Battles prove right path. Michael contends. Speak life over yourself. Words create. Rename seasons. Beginning, gathering, home. Agree with inner warmth. The urgent is eternal. Sit with me. I'll multiply time. Invite me into plans. Separate loads. Keep your yes, excellence, tenderness, faith. Almosts drop. You own breakthroughs. Authority roots you. Storms grow what you plant. I promise presence in friction, purpose in pressure. Speak truth to soul. Safe, sent, no skipping, open now. Power in truth talk. Unfolding surprise parts paths quietly, unmistakable. Step on inner. This is it. New companions celebrate you. If trembling, let it steady. Sign, start, end with dignity. Feelings under wisdom. Favor finds you. Doors knock back. Ideas stir. Provision with peace. I bless your house, work, body, mind, relationships, steps, name, behind spots with acceleration. Now choose. Open, here 45 as promise, present for life, holy ground. I'm here, won't abandon. Page turns, feel carried. Soon you'll say, that moment changed everything. Let it be now. Open immediately. Don't skip. You have been tested by slow hours in tight dreams, by fleeting smiles, cold news when shivering. I saw you wait for full choice, hide brilliance, bargain gifts. Survival isn't wisdom. Shrinking isn't strategy. This is the end of the message, where the call to open meets the promise of arrival. Let this be the turning you embrace, with heart wide and spirit ready. The 45 minutes have led to this, a new beginning in my love. If you loved this message and felt it speak to your heart, please like and subscribe for more uplifting content. Your support means the world, and remember, you are deeply loved just as you are. Support us by sending a super thanks from $20 to $100. Folded hands sparkles. Your support helps Archangel Protection continue creating valuable content.